Now, where City Council recently putting some money aside for some much needed work to the fences around the Midland International Air and Spaceport. The reason for that work, animals like javelinas and coyotes keep getting past the fences. Hunter Alcocer has more on how exactly the city is tackling this.
When you think of wild animals like coyotes or javelinas, you'd normally think of them out in the desert searching for food and not searching for ways to affect your flight. 12 miles of fencing need an upgrade at the Midland Airport because local wildlife keep getting on the runways.
We've had problems with our current 6-foot fence with animals going underneath or climbing over. And this will put in an 8-foot fence with 3 strands of barbed wire as well as a 24-inch concrete barrier below the fence. So it should stop animals from digging in as well as climbing over.
But this will be changing thanks to the money the airport has access to from grant funds. Coyotes and javelinas are just some of the creatures that have been spotted on the flight line lately.
They're animals. They don't quite understand our technology or airplanes and things like that. They're just trying to either find a food source or water source or just pass from point A to point B.
If an airplane were to run over an animal, it could have serious consequences for the flight.
If an aircraft hits an animal, there's a potential of damage to landing gear that you wouldn't know until you were coming into land. So that can be worrisome.
Ruff says the pilots wouldn't be able to tell if the gear is locked or if it'd be safe for them to even land. Thankfully, if an animal is ever seen on the runway, the airport has procedures to drive it away from the area, ultimately keeping the wildlife, you, and other travelers safe. In Midland, Hunter Alcocer, News West.